Due to the war in Iran, the situation on the global oil and liquefied gas markets remains uncertain. The Iranian military has announced the suspension of shipping through the Strait of Hormuz.
Attention all ships, this is Sepah Navy, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy. From now on, all navigating through the Strait of Hormuz is forbidden.
Iranian forces have damaged at least 3 tankers, and the largest shipping companies have announced they will avoid the Strait of Hormuz. As a result, at least 150 tankers have been immobilized in the Persian Gulf region. After all, 20% of the world's oil production flows through it, so it is an extremely important place on the world economic map. Another blow to the oil market was Saudi Arabia's closure of its largest refinery, owned by Saudi Aramco. The refinery had previously been hit by an Iranian drone. Since the start of the war in Iran, oil prices have risen sharply, with Brent crude jumping from around $73 to over $80 per barrel. This is just a taste of what may lie ahead. I repeat, if this war lasts several weeks and possibly leads to a blockade, such as strict blockade of the Strait of Hormuz and larger-scale military operations in the Strait of Hormuz, then we are already talking about prices of around $150 per barrel. In response to the conflict in the Middle East, OPEC countries and their partners have agreed to increase oil production by 206,000 barrels per day starting April 1st. Economists reassure the situation is under control and that the key is the ability of the largest players on the market to increase production. And who ranks first in the world? The United States, followed by Saudi Arabia. And because they share common goals, alongside most of the countries that are currently blocked in the Gulf by the Strait of Hormuz, these are OPEC countries, and they will freely increase production if necessary. Most of the oil that flows through the Strait of Hormuz goes to Asian countries, including China, India, and Japan. Japanese officials are reassuring citizens that they have no intention of releasing their reserves at this time. As far as releasing strategic oil reserves is concerned, there are currently no specific plans. The U.S. administration is not interested in a prolonged conflict, and the elimination of the Iranian regime could contribute to the stabilization of the oil market. Let me remind you, it was President Trump who, from the very beginning, actually tried to lower the price of oil in the world, and this is actually the direction of his global economic policy. The situation in the Middle East remains tense, and the restrictions on traffic through the Strait of Hormuz are causing turmoil on international markets. At this point, it is difficult to predict what will happen, although economists' predictions are reassuring.